can't tell if it's nature or Benjamin Button. In the Legacy line, Hasbro kept expanding what Series 2 inspired their Generations figures. For the third chapter, United, Transformers Energon was finally reintroduced in small portions with the core class Megatron. After the first encounter with Unicron, the villainous Overlord was revived, recruiting old and new Decepticons to take part in his epic conquest and to revive the evil being that the Autobots and Decepticons once fought against. This version of post-Galvatron and pre-Galvatron Megatron transforms into a spaceship. I know it's weird with the smooth phallic cockpit and large angled wings, but it makes sense if you think there's a Buzz Lightyear inside. The front is a long, smooth shape that'll give someone a bad idea. It's very much like a classic, sophisticated spacecraft, but it gets a little crazy with the detailed angled off wings and boosters, or the legs with the side thrusters. I know the limbs just sit there, hell, the hands do nothing, but I usually like to keep the wings lifted a tad. It's fun to swoosh around, and you can add the gunners to the side while casually slapping a tank on top. Is it weird? Yes, but Hotshot with the copter on the back was weird too. This is certainly a weird flying space pelican, but if you're like me, you might find a charm to it, even if it's the nostalgia of the era it came from. Robot mode. Let's not kid ourselves. Energon was a dud in the middle ground of a convoluted series, but there was some endearing things about it. You can tell this is Galvatron in some way, with the torso, the abs, the crown, even the cannons are Galvatron infused. Unicron's errand boy has some of the typical Energon features, like the light green or excessive greebling of the era, but Megatron keeps that gray torso to highlight his origins. I think the metallic blue is a good choice, and I like the bat wings that Shattered Glass even used. I do like the squared off helmet with the crown to keep his superiority. At this scale, they did a pretty good job. I would be scared if this was floating coming after me. It's almost like head rotation, ball joint shoulders, ball joint elbows, ball joint hips, hinged knees, and foot joint. You could get it in a decent pose, but there's a few things holding it back, like the restricted shoulders. Also, the knees like to slip off the joints often. Let's take a look at the accessories. Both matching cannons can either plug in the hands, plug forward on the shoulders, or stay where they were in jet mode. Then there's the miniature tank with the prolapse that can be used as the iconic cannon or a large sword. Yes, it's coming off the heels of the worst chapter in the series, and it's not the best with posing, but it's a charming little baby Megatron. It's a design that we hardly ever see used, so I'm glad they're not afraid to represent him. Now we just need a tiny fat Optimus Prime.
Allspark TV. Now that's just prime.